very excited now here during Black Business Month to welcome our next guest. During a nursing staffing crisis, Dr. Iman Abu-Zaid founded a tech platform connecting short-staffed hospitals with qualified nurses.
She co-founded Incredible Health, and she is doing incredible things for the healthcare industry, all the while becoming one of a handful of Black women running a company worth over $1 billion. Dr. Abu-Zaid is joining us here right now in our Times Square studios. Welcome. Congratulations on all of your success. And I know you were born into a family of healthcare workers. I know you've got...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dimes by the Dozens. Here we go.
Your medical degree. You skipped residency.
In the house, Indiana mom, Bridget, and Make This Go Viral LLC. Let's keep it going.
And you became an entrepreneur instead. How did that all come about?
Yeah, so I'm an MD by background, decided not to do residency. I went into hospital operations and strategy and in management consulting at McKinsey and Booz Allen. Then did my MBA at Wharton. Then at that point moved to the San Francisco Bay Area where I really got into startups. I was a product manager at an early stage healthcare technology company before leaving there to join my co-founder, Rome Portlock, who's an MIT software engineer, to start Incredible Health.
Okay, you have to help us. I have to go back to this. Did you know going into med school that you weren't going to ultimately pursue that career, or did you make up your mind when? That just sounds incredible. I went through all this and now, nah.
So like one-on-one patient care is great, and it's a great career, great profession, but I really wanted to have an impact on a larger scale. For me, I have many family members and friends that are doctors and surgeons, and they're often complaining about understaffing. And then at the same time, my co-founder Rome has many family members that are nurses. And they're saying, I apply to 10 places, I don't even hear back, even though I'm experienced and I'm qualified. So we figured there has to be a better way. I mean, healthcare is the biggest labor sector in the country. It has the biggest shortages, but the technology, the tools, the processes, not much has changed in the last 20 years. And so we figured there has to be a better way.
So what is...
She is super articulate. Man, do your thing.
The better way? What did you figure out? How are you doing it?
So at Incredible Health, there's a few unique things that we do. First, the employers on our platform apply to the talents instead of the other way around. So if you're a nurse, you create a profile, you sit back and relax, you get interview requests, and you get to choose which interviews to accept or decline. And then we've also automated the screening of the talent. We check their credentials, their preferences, and we built custom matching technology too. That makes it a much more personalized and automated experience for both sides. And so ultimately what that means is that hospitals and health systems are able to hire permanent nurses using our platform in 14 days instead of it taking the national average of 82 days.
Wow.
You talk about this sector, the healthcare sector. And we were just talking before we came on here, but give us an idea of what you're seeing, just how bad right now our nursing shortage is, and how much you anticipate it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Correct. We're on track to be 1 million nurses short by the end of 2023. The nursing shortage is not new. It's been around since before the pandemic. And that's because our demand on the healthcare system continues to increase as our population ages, but the supply of workers has not kept up with that demand.
Now, anybody in your position, entrepreneur, knows it's tough. It's very difficult to raise money. What extra, I'm not sure that was hard for you, but what extra difficulty did you ever feel came? Because yes, you're a woman and you're a woman of color.
So look, it's true. There is bias.
She is really, she is doing her thing. Iman Abu-Zaid, I believe that's how you say her name. I think it's definitely African. I would say North African, Northwest maybe. Here we go. I think, here we go. It's loading up.
Bias in the system. I think Black female founders receive less than 1% of venture capital. So the statistics are pretty bad. But the truth is that you really have to suppress or ignore all of that bias, because frankly, my counterparts are not spending any mental energy thinking about that. And you just really have to pursue your mission and vision and be extremely assertive and communicate, what the legendary company or ambition that you want to build.
Speaking of ambition, where do you want to take this? You've already reached pretty significant milestones, but what do you want to do next?
So on a personal note, I think healthcare workers are some of the most overworked and underappreciated workers in this country. And so we want to do whatever we can to give them a delightful experience. So we're building this category defining company. We are the market leaders in healthcare labor, and the goal is to continue, transforming this industry.
And any chance you're going to go back and do your residency?
Probably not. My dad would probably like me to do.
Okay.
Probably not.
Dr. Iman Abuzaid, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. It's nice to have you here in studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
That was just excellent. That was just excellent. Why Sick of Knowledge breaks it down like this. Well, she ain't nothing. Don't no man care about no woman with no education. Think she knows something, but can she cook? Think she knows something, but can she cook? Is she submissive? You know, so what if she can run a multi-billion-dollar company? So who care about that? Hey, let's keep it going. Here we go. Dimes a dozen. Dimes is just not only beauty on the outside, but beauty on the inside. So let's keep this rolling. Here we go.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.
Go, Coco! Get it. Here you go. All right, that's Coco Gauff.
Turning now to Pioneer.
If you don't know who Coco Gauff is, let me bring it back. Got to bring it back. If you don't know, you should know. Let me bring it back. Bring it to the end here. Coco Gauff, one of the best tennis players in the world. I think she's ranked number 2. She's holding down the house for the Williams sisters, that's for sure. She actually trained with them a couple times. I think she played them a couple times too, both of them. Great talent. Welcomes to Dimes at the Dozen. Talented, Black, beautiful women. Here we go.
Turning now to pioneering businesswoman, philanthropist, and pro sports team owner, that's Sheila Johnson. She is part owner of the NHL's Washington Capitals, the NBA's Washington Wizards, and has a stake in the Washington Mystics of the WNBA. You go, Sheila. Johnson, who co-founded BET, was recently named CEO of the Year by Washington Business Journal, and she owns 5-star resorts around the world.
Wait, let me pause this. Why Sick of Knowledge says this? So that ain't nothing. It's still gender roles. Act like she don't know her part. Get off that tennis court. Still gotta submit and go cook and do everything for the children while I play the game. Bars. Here we go.
Badass. CBS Saturday Morning Co-host, that's Michelle Miller, spoke with Johnson about how she became the first Black female billionaire and the personal challenges she overcame along the way.
Go Caps! When it comes to the Washington Capitals, Sheila Johnson's what you call a proud vocal partner.
Did you ever see yourself as a professional sports mogul?
No, I wouldn't call myself a mogul.
Still, the 2018 Stanley Cup champ scored an ultimate trifecta for her.
I know when things are going to work and when they're not going to work. I really trust my instinct.
Making Johnson the first and only Black woman with an ownership stake in 3 professional sports teams.
I have the wonderful WNBA national champions 2019 Washington Mystics,
Drop the mic.
I have the Wizards, which we're still working on for a title. And then we have the 2018 NHL Capitals.
And how does that fit in?
It's my side gig. It's my side gig.
Her story
That's some kind of side gig for a billionaire. Dang.
begins in Maywood, Illinois. Her mother, an accountant, her father, one of only 11 Black neurosurgeons in the country.
You talk about learning resilience. We had to move 13 times because my father could not practice in white hospitals. And everyone asked me, moving that much, what was your childhood like? And I
Welcome, Mrs. Newby.
thought it was an adventure.
Her first act in life was as a concert violinist, but it was in 1980 that Johnson took the first step in building an empire when she co-founded BET along with her ex-husband.
Talk about those early days. What was your vision?
The whole purpose of starting BET was to give the African Americans a voice. It was the birth of cable. And everything that was being pumped out there from CNN to Nickelodeon, you name it, nobody talked about the importance of the African American voice. If I could do it all over again, my voice could be listened to. I think the network would have looked a little different.
More
Why seeking knowledge? Ooh, we in that field too. Six a man, raise a woman. Oh my God, her grandmama did several prayers in her prayer closet. Did several prayers in her prayer closet. What did you have today? Why is seeking knowledge? Yes, she is. I mean, let's keep this going. Let's keep it going. Here we go. Coming up, it's coming up. Let me hit this key.
Turning now to pioneering businesswoman.
Okay, let me go here. Not this stuff. I saw.
father,
There we go.
one of only 11 Black neurosurgeons in the country.
You talk about learning resilience. We had to move 13 times because my father could not practice in white hospitals. And everyone asked me, moving that much, what was your childhood like? And I thought it was an adventure.
Her first act in life was as a concert violinist, but it was in 1980 that Johnson took the first step in building an empire when she co-founded BET along with her ex-husband.
Talk about those early days. What was your vision?
The whole purpose of starting BET was to give the African Americans a voice. It was the birth of cable. And everything that was being pumped out there from CNN to Nickelodeon, you name it, nobody talked about the importance of the African American voice. If I could do it all over again, my voice could be listened to. I think the network would have looked a little different.
More news, less entertainment. But by 2001, the network sold to Viacom and cemented Johnson in history as the first Black woman billionaire.
You don't like that title.
I don't like it.
Why?
Money's not everything. It's how you use what you have to make things like work and make your life work.
Her life took a turn when she divorced in 2002, a pivotal moment where she realized she lost herself in her marriage.
You then kind of withdraw into the shadows and take on their identity. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned in life was that shouldn't have happened. I lost sight of who I really was.
That's a key point. Remember, she is a billionaire. She is telling you exactly what's going down. I think they call it decentralized men. Keep alone.
You emerged after the divorce.
Took me 2 years, but I figured out finally who I was. It was like a rebirth.
Shortly after, she remarried, and that rebirth became the jumping off point for her hospitality empire that now includes everything from a PGA golf course to resorts around the world, including the Salamander in Middleburg, Virginia, a place she now calls home.
It's buzzing.
She had this idea.
Betsy Davis has lived in Middleburg her whole life and says since the opening of the resort in 2005, this area has seen a growth in business by almost 70%.
Damn.
There's a difference in thriving and surviving, and we will always survive. But this energy that's helped us to really thrive.
A stone's throw from horse country is the nation's capital and a cause close to the longtime equestrian, creating a better life for police horses.
The living conditions of these horses was unbelievable. We saw rats in the grain areas where, they get their food.
You could see the desperation in their eyes. And they had been in those weeds since 1976 with the purpose that they were going to get a new home, but it never happened.
And she did.
On the left here is where
by helping to raise over $22 million to build these new stables.
People don't realize, you've got the nation's living room here, but this living room has to be protected.
Using her empire to give back is at the core of Johnson's work. A far
this is deep, isn't it? Man, she did so much.
cry from the little girl whose childhood dream was to take the classical music scene by storm.
my mother always told me to never say can't. She hated that word, that you can't do something. And I think especially for young women, they need to find out who they are first.
And this is a very important path.
Johnson.
You heard what she said. Let me play a little clip again.
And this is a very important path.
Johnson says she's now in her third act and is the happiest she's ever been.
I don't regret anything that has happened to me personally or anything, because I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. And everything that happened to me has made me who I am now.
And it's been a big year for Johnson. She acquired the prestigious Mandarin Oriental Hotel here in Washington, and she might be adding another sports team or two to her roster. Both the Washington Nationals, the baseball team, and the Commanders, the football team, could be up for sale by the end of this year. And she and her partners, they're high up on the list of potential buyers.
Dang. Yep, you're right. Indiana mom, yes, find yourself first. Definitely.
Another
Nate,
sports team.
right?
That was deep. That was deep. One more, and then we have the main show. Here we go.
The highest-ranking African-American woman in the U.S. Army is in town for this weekend's Essence Music Festival.
We're talking about Major General Marcia Anderson. She shared her story of success and the importance of military diversity. She had a sit-down with retired Navy commander and our WDSU meteorologist, Damon Singleton.
I actually flunked kindergarten.
Major General Anderson, the Deputy Chief of the Army Reserve, says that success is about the value you add to an organization.
It's not what you look like. It's not where you came from. It's the value that you add. And I want to continue to warrant that kind of confidence in me. But I also have known since I was a captain, for example, that when people see me, especially young women and a lot of young men too, it says to them, you know, I could do that too.
What are you shooting at? When reflecting on diversity, the general says it's very important.
The diversity of our military is so important because we're all over the globe, as you well know. And we are engaged in a big way on the African continent and the Middle East and South America. So we have to have a diverse organization because it's going to make a difference when I walk into a room and someone else may walk into that room. Sometimes you make that spiritual connection just because you look like one of my relatives. I want to give honor to people like the Tuskegee Airmen and the Golden 13, who you would be familiar with, and the women who went to Camp Des Moines as WACs. I want to, and the countless others, and the 7,000 soldiers who were Black soldiers who were in the Continental Army. People don't hear about their stories. It's them that I think made me possible today.
Then you begin to understand your value and your place in the world.
The question the general most often gets from young people is, how do you become a general? In response, she says, you're asking the wrong question.
I said the right question is, how do you excel at whatever you choose to do with your life?
On your side, Damon Singleton, WDSU News.
This weekend, Major General Marcia Anderson will serve on the Empowerment Zones Education Panel that highlights the progress of African Americans called Making the Grade. The U.S. Army is a major sponsor of Essence Fest.
See yourself getting married? Of course. Of course. I better see myself getting married.
All right, everybody. We're on stage 2. Here we go.
So soon.
Of course, I gotta play one of my favorite channels, You're Triggered. Let her break it down for you. Here you go. Make sure you go to her channel and check out her channel. She's got everything up over there.
I have a question. Do y'all think it's disrespectful for a man not to marry a woman after being with her for a certain amount of years if they both agree that, you know, marriage is something that they want? I do.
Of course. Of course.
I do. And yeah, we're coming up on that time, but so you better get it together.
Disclaimer. These things are all my opinion and not fact. And everything I'm speaking on is rumored or alleged. Now let's get into it. Now, when I saw this clip, I was very confused. We all saw that Miracle Watts let it be known that she is ready to get married and she's ready for a ring. She feels like it's been long enough. They've been dating 3 years now, and she has her first child with him.
See, that's the problem right there. Number one, I mean, if a woman has your kid, there should be an automatic. This is how you can get men to stop impregnating women. That there should be a law and understand that it's like this. Men are hoes. Anyway, next one. Again and give me. Okay, oh well. I'm gonna stop it right there. Here we go.
We have Tweezy. Hi, Tweezy. This doesn't count.
Welcome to Dimes at the Dozen, Jessica Dallas. We're gonna try. We're not gonna. It's a mix of dust and dimes right now. Dust and dimes. Dust and dimes. Here we go.
You know him?
No, she don't.
Yes,
you don't know me. You don't know me, shorty.
Yes, I
How
do.
are you? Hi, Millie. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, thank you for having me. How are you, Jessica?
I'm about to pineapple you. Did you really come on here?
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. I was listening to the show. A lot to take in, but I just wanted to know, like, are you serious?
Serious with what?
Are you serious about, everything that you're saying and what you want, what you're looking for? Because I'm very, very interested and I'm curious.
The chat is asking if you are the man that she put out.
Let me go hit it. He got a lot of miles on him. Why is he that's well said. Oh man, look at this. He got some miles on him. I don't know. It's funny though. You never know. Before, I thought we aged kind of like, slow, right? But lately I've been seeing some hard 30s and some hard 20s. Act natural under pressure, because I was rocking 2, forgot this was YouTube, and exactly Act Natural under pressure. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that mail. Yeah, they'll probably. Yeah, that's me too. I was jamming. He must be past. He must be a past hookup. Let's find out, Bridget. Here we go.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Deontay, welcome, Deontay. Here we go. So his name is Twizzy True, a man who's definitely got to be over 50. Calling himself Twizzy True. Here we go.
I don't know him. I don't know.
So since he wanted to join, he can tell you what he thinks is the opinion.
No.
of
All right. Listen. Okay. Okay. I'll call a spade a spade. I do know Jessica. Listen, Chet, she's a phenomenal woman. No cap, everything 100%.
Okay, let me pause that for a minute. Deontay Grant makes an excellent comment. He goes, marriage creates a commitment to each other. That shows you're both committed to your children. I agree, and then at the same time, I want to put a little something on top of that. Welcome, Deontay, by the way. Marriage shouldn't create the commitment. It should be a sign of commitment. It should be the pillar of commitment. The commitment should have started before. You get married because you are already committed. It shouldn't be the thing that fixes a relationship. It should be the thing that defines a relationship. The second part of what Deontay said is that shows that you're both committed to your children. It's important to be committed to each other first, and then to have children. So then you're, of course, committed to the children as well. I think that's probably the best way to do it. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. It was said back in the evidence, right? The evidence of your commitment. Exactly. It's supposed to be the evidence of your commitment. Believe it or not, a lot of men, they get engaged to fix their indiscretion, believe it or not. I would say a certain percentage of men, when they get engaged to a woman, it's usually after an indiscretion and they're trying to fix something because they're not ready to let go of that person yet. So they do that. But here we go. Act natural under pressure. Great point. Likes up, family. Like doesn't hurt you. Put the like. Let's go.
Nothing fabricated, and she's definitely solid, a real one, honestly.
Okay, so what's the story behind y'all? Like, what did you do? It seems like you did something. It sounds like she gave you a shot and you played.
Oh no, we're good. Right person, wrong time, I guess. I would say
that excuse. Okay, here we go.
Okay, but it's all good, all love. She's phenomenal, for real.
So
very beautiful.
Mike, if anybody wants to come up, links in the chat. Here we go.
No, I'm talking about beyond the physical shell, her heart, who she is and how she carry herself, and her moral compass and the things that she stand on is solid, 100%. And that's a rarity given the times that we in. So whoever she selects is they
so
gonna be
for real. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. It was just more so just, timing and again,
cheated.
Right person,
You
wrong time.
speaking for the both of us, or are you speaking for yourself?
Well, you gotta tell it through your lens. I'm speaking from my perspective.
So he's speaking
Do you want to call a spade a spade? Because I like, you know me, you like, we're cool now.
Well, no,
but
I mean,
when we first linked up, like, why do you think that I separated myself a little bit and like didn't really
No, I mean,
keep in touch as much?
No, again, like I said, it was just more so just like, circumstantial thing. I was in a transitional space and stuff like that.
There's the signs, folks. There's the signs of infidelity right there, or infidelity, indiscretion, or bad behavior. Well, we're going to find out here in a minute, because this is going to go. I can tell this is going to go left in a minute. Yeah, Why Seeking Knowledge broke it down. He is just beaming. Yeah, because he gets to know, he's proud to know her. Exactly. But she looks like she could dry heave. Yeah. She's not cool. She's just because a woman shows composure doesn't mean they're cool with you if you did some messed up shit. Let me make that clear, because a lot of you seem to think because she ain't got no problem, that she has a problem. She has a problem. She's just being cool about it. And it's funny because then if she was to confront you about it, you'd be go, whoa, now she's a hassle. She's too much trouble. Here we go.
You didn't tell me that. What
We got-
transitional phase?
Well, we got along pretty well, and it was just more so just like, the space that I'm in. You know what I'm building. I don't want to. It's not about me. It's about you. So
he thinks it's about him. Otherwise, he would have never come on the show with what it seems to be the history.
My mission as to what I'm doing and stuff like that. But for the time that you and I were, connected and stuff like that, which was brief and stuff, it was a vibe. It was good. And again, I enjoyed this.
You can tell she's hurt. You can tell she's hurt. Like it's yesterday. And he had the nerve to come on the show. Really, it's kind of, he's being nice, but it's kind of evil. It's an evil gesture. Bridget says she's done with him. Exactly. He played on her heart. I agree.
Space and time, and I continue to enjoy, our connection for what it is, for where it is right now. But this is about you. This is not about me. Of course, I've seen this
manipulator. Let's keep it going.
On my feed earlier, and of course, I just was like, okay, let me just try to, how I feel about you. So it's all good. But I just want you, to be careful.
So I'm gonna let Jessica speak, but are you here to shoot your shot at her again, or?
I mean, I'm always going to be there to shoot my shot, but I'm rooting. I want her to win, though. Honestly,
he's a come and goer. He comes and goes. You can take that any way you want to. He's not a loyal man. That's what the signs are there. It's important to see the signs.
So at the end of the day, I want her to win. So it don't even matter whether it's with me or with whomever. I want her to win. I want her to be happy because she deserves it. And she's a phenomenal, phenomenal woman. So she has a beautiful soul.
So Jessica,
this is why he's on the show. He's on the show because he doesn't want to lose his options. He doesn't want to lose his supply. And he knows there's a probability that she will get a lot of attention from this show. And his selfish ass brought himself on the show to make sure that he was on the top of the list or in the line, or that she remembers him so he can keep his option around. That's what's going on here. Exactly. Bridget, I just read your message right now. Everything, you just said everything in just a couple words. She is trying to move on. He's C blocking. Like a mother. Like, exactly.
Go ahead.
I feel like you.
Why seeking knowledge? She doesn't even want to look at the screen. Yes, it's taking a lot for her to hold it. That's trauma. Wow. Bars.
I feel like you're trying.
Come on the camera.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Because you're on the
Wait,
side.
hold on.
And we don't...
Hold on, wait.
Yes, right there would be perfect.
I feel like you're trying me right now. And I feel like you should have just stayed in your place when you texted me earlier when you saw her post the link.
I apologize.
Pineapple
me.
Apologetic. You should be 100% apologetic. And because you've always shown me respect this entire time that we met, I'm gonna save your face.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
That's
good.
It.
Okay.
Like you have.
She's telling you to leave, dude. She's telling you to leave. She's being nice enough not to say pineapple. She should just say pineapple because I have a pretty good feeling that, that's what she wants to say. This sounds like he's trying to they would call it rekindle, but this is worse. This is more of an insidious type of, oh, I'm greedy, I'm going to go back after I've cheated on her or whatever and try to get her back or something. That's the feeling I get.
Have my personal number. I don't even know why you even volunteered to do this.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. My mindset coming on this thing was like, I was watching the whole time and my stomach was hurting.
I'll break it down for you. And Jessica, I hope you see this. He got greedy, just like bandits do. And he sees her getting all this positive attention, and he doesn't want her to get her flowers. So he had to throw his little wrench up into the game. That's what's freaking going down right now. I want to cuss so bad. This makes me so mad when I see stuff like this. There was no reason, and that's what Jessica just said. There was no reason for you to be on this show, Twizzy. Nothing. You come on here with this crap. Ladies, this is such a good example right here. This happens a lot. This is one of the most common interactions you will see ever right here. This is the real deal right here. Pina, I have to give Melly props for this, because look, this is the type of dude you need to stay away from, on dudes like this, doing this kind of stuff. It's one thing that if he didn't have her number, but he has her number. So what are you doing on the damn show, bro? You probably let me calm down. Let me calm down a little bit and let it spin. Here we go.
And I'm just like, damn. It's kind of like on some Brown Sugar type stuff. If y'all familiar with the movie, it was like, when you have a connection with somebody and you think about them and all of that stuff, and it's just like, you imagine
It's not the same thing. He's manipulating right now, and that look right there that she has. That's the the BS look. Act natural under pressure, child. Here we go.
All types of scenarios and things, and it's just like, for me, it's kind of like,
boom. Even the room knows. Let me move it back there. Even the room knows. Even the room knows. Let me let this clear up here for a minute, because you got to see this person right here. Let me get this going again. Dang, I don't know why this happens. Where are we at? We are at 5:58. Let me swing this up here.
Tweezy.
Hi,
Tweezy.
This doesn't.
Here we go.
You think about them and all of that stuff, and it's just like, you imagine all types of scenarios and things, and it's just like, for me, it's kind of like, well, what do you got to lose, as far as like, at least let yourself be seen with her on this platform. But it ain't even about me.
Do you want to let people know that you know me?
No, honestly, no.
So then why, Antoine, why didn't you come on here?
He was jealous, and he was
it's nothing. No, it's nothing to be. No, it's nothing to be jealous. It's nothing to be jealous about.
Oh my God!
Like, I want her, regardless of what happens, whether this is successful for her or not. Period. I just want her to be good. It doesn't matter.
But why couldn't you tell me that? You have my number.
But I have though. I root for you.
You texted me when you saw the link and you said, I have my water guns ready. Like,
I was just.
But what is this really saying?
I care about you. I adore you and stuff like that. I guess this was my way of just like,
manipulating her.
I got to do something, but at the end of the day,
Hey, I can't believe
Okay, but you can pineapple me. It's okay. I ain't trying to disturb your vibe or anything like that.
You did. What did you didn't get the hit from before?
It's all good. It's all good. Just y'all listen. Have a good night.
He has so much patience.
You know how.
Pineapple.
All right.
Yo, we want to know, because he was so vague, and I'm like, we want to know what happened.
His living condition just didn't. I couldn't get with it.
What's his living condition?
It's just not like. I went to his house and I was just like, this ain't for me. And I just separated myself after that. Like, that's just, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like,
we want to know.
Nah, because you know what? Like, outside of that, he's a really good guy.
No, but it's like you were.
I just couldn't get further than like. I just couldn't get further than that. Like with him.
No, but you were so mad right now
because
you were like
earlier. He texted me earlier. He sent me the screenshot of the post about me coming on here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's not cool. That's not cool. You don't understand how bad that was of him doing that. That's some narc stuff.
So he put like, I'm jealous, LOL, I'm gonna have my water guns, whatever.
Yeah. He had roaches in his house? Yes?
Whoa.
You're not even.
Whoa. He had roaches in his house. Okay, I'm gonna give you. We're back to the turtleback. We're back to the plumber. A lot going on with him, but that'll be on a different thing. But I want to give you a man's perspective on what they think about the plumber. Here we go.
Been qualified, Queen. Oh my goodness. So there is this show that we've seen on this channel before. It's the Pop the Balloon game. Essentially, someone comes out, for those of you who haven't seen it, the contestants are given balloons, whether or not they like them.
Pause for 1 second. Let me go ahead like this. So we are going to talk. We're not really going to focus much on the balloon guy. We're going to focus on what Amazing Lucas is about. Let's find out how amazing he is. We're going to find out. Hold on 1 second though. Why Seeking Knowledge says, very interesting because she's wide open for the manipulation. He keeps smiling because she let him know he can still play in her yard. You're right. She should have just, the best thing for her to do, I hope she gets somebody to talk to her, because the best thing she could do she should have said pineapple about, we went through 10 minutes of it. She should have said pineapple. She should have said pineapple, and 9 minutes and 50 seconds ago before. Let's put it that way. Now, this is Amazing Lucas. It's got a very popular show. He puts a lot of effort in his production. That's for sure. Yeah. So he doesn't want to keep a clean house. Exactly, Mr. Snoopy, inside and out. He doesn't want to keep a clean house with himself, and he doesn't want to keep a clean house in general. We learn something every day. I thought Red Bones had a higher quality pickings. Yeah. He looked, well, I don't know what age he was, but it was a hard whatever it was. She said pineapple because he was leaving. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. We're Amazing Lucas. Lucas, break it down. I want to give you a male perspective on the Turtle Man from 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. We're going to go over this real soon. Here we go. How do you take some water?
If they don't, they pop the balloon. Okay. If they do, they go on a date. And there's this episode that came out that has blown up. Okay. It has gone viral. And it's this dude. And he goes on the show. And how I would describe him is more of a strong-headed. Okay. He knows who he is. He likes what he likes. He doesn't like what he doesn't like. And he's very vocal.
Remember now, he said he was a strong king. A strong king. Remember, that is a very, very, very important comment. We're going to see how strong he is here in a minute. Here we go.
Honest about it. This is what it is. He goes on the show and he immediately, rubs the women the wrong way. There was this one chick. He says the feeling's mutual, right? She wasn't interested in him. He says feeling's mutual. And what happens is a lot of these women get in their feelings about how he expresses, what he doesn't like.
For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or wasn't fully attracted to you. And I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show,
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay.
Yeah.
And one of the girls is like, well, I didn't like how you said it. He's like, yo, this is just me. I don't like something, you can't. I mean, this is just my personality. This is what it is.
He
And
was honest. He was insulting. Amazing Lucas, if you didn't pick up on that, I don't know why you're giving out this kind of advice. But anyway, let's keep it going.
I have no problem with that because I think dudes like this and women like this are absolutely fine. If you are who you
So
are,
you think that, okay. I wonder if you're saying the same thing now after everything they found out about him, but let's keep it going. Here we go.
and you're confident in who you are, and who you are may not vibe with everyone, and you just have a way of saying things that may offend many people, well, it is what it is.
See, that's the problem in our community is that we want to accept, Lucas wants you to accept bad behavior and make it as, well, that's just the way it is. Either that or he doesn't pick up on the subtleties of psychology for some reason. She was being honest with him, and he was being, the turtle dude was being literally disrespectful. He should have just said, oh, okay. That's what they tell you on those shows to do.
I respect that. I respect this dude 100%.
He respects that dude 100%. You're going to see some egg flying soon. Here we go.
Guess what? There's always a woman out there who may find that attractive. I would argue probably a good chunk may not, but that's not who he's going for. So he doesn't say anything disrespectful to any of these women in this show. He calls.
Okay, so Amazing Lucas is definitely who I call a person who he would be. He's a, in some ways, I won't say fully because maybe I don't know, a bandit sympathizer. I don't know, not a bandit sympathizer, but a bandit behavior sympathizer. You know, the kind of guy who, like, after he watches, some friend of his, talk disrespectfully or rough up one of his girlfriends, because dudes who rough up women usually have more than one woman. It's like, he's just having a bad day. Nah, I wouldn't have done that, but yeah, he's just having a bad day. That's the vibe I get right now. Let's see where this goes though. This is a blind play. I have not looked at this video before. Here we go.
Small queen. There was this one chick who tried to accuse him of looking at her.
Keyword chick. Chick is a red pill word. It is a old word that we used to use back in the day to disrespectfully refer to women. If you want to know the history of chick, that's where it came from. Let me keep it going. Let's see if there's something else happened.
Her chest, which was crazy because it's damn near impossible not to look at her chest because her chest was all the way down to her stomach. Okay. It was wild. She wasn't working with anything.
What is he talking about? Wow. Okay. I've never watched this dude before, but Amazing Lucas. What's wrong with you, bro? Let me keep it going. Here we go.
Eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms.
That is an insult. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to break it down. This is really, he's showing his prison time. Let me just get it over with. Turtle Man is showing his prison time. There is nothing wrong with this woman right here. And the fact that you saw Amazing Lucas dogpile with combine himself, dogpile with an ex-con. Way to go, fella. Way to go, Lucas. That's classy.
Women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
Don't do too much.
I don't like that. That's all I was looking at. You trying to say
Let me tell you what. He's been in the pen. He's seen in a lot of hairy arms. Who knows how long he's been in there. But for him to talk like this, you can tell he does not like women. Women to this turtle dude is basically a resource. A resource. You are something to get him off, and that is it. You can tell by the way he's acting. And ladies and gentlemen, this gets a lot worse. So we have Lucas talking about Turtle Dude, defending Turtle Dude, okay? And saying that he's not insulting women, but when Turtle Dude says, you know, you got look at all that hair on your arms, which most human beings have, believe it or not, women and men. This is what dude, Turtle Dude, with the little knob on the back, knob back. Don't you know that why they released the product Neat for women? It's because most women, and it made billions of dollars. And the reason why it made billions of dollars was because, okay, a lot of women have hair on their arms. That's how you know you're dealing with a narc, because he's coming out here firing insults. A man of class wouldn't do that. And Lucas joined in by insulting the woman's chest. Wow. I mean, not so amazing right now. Let's keep it going though.
From looking at particular body
You just
parts,
wasn't
but
looking at
that's
my
not
eyes.
what it is. No,
That's
I was
all
looking at the hair on your arms.
Anyways,
Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
So he comes back. He's like, "Nah, I was looking at the hair on your arms."
And he finds the insult funny. Now, this is the thing you have to pick up. You would think that the way that Lucas puts himself out, and I don't even know the guy, I don't know nothing about him, but it's important to not think about Lucas himself at this point. I'm going to remove myself from Lucas, and let's think about men like Lucas. If you find that a man sympathizes and laughs at jokes that other men make about that other men are making in an insulting way about other women or men, okay, there's something wrong with him too. Now you might tolerate it, and that's why we're going to be going over BMWs, black male, worshippers. They don't see nothing wrong with this. BMWs. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to point it out. I'm here to point it out. Yeah, exactly, Bridget. That's all he could see is hair on her arms. Exactly. Bridget, I mean, the thing is this, she had no more hair than anybody else, but he was there to insult because that he needed to express who he really was. And he did. Now, let's get back to Lucas. Here we go.
Bruh. And I'm like, okay, it is what it is. If she got hair in her arms and the cameraman
It is what it is. I bet he would say the same thing. I'm not going to put words in his mouth, but it could be considered that basically anything a dude does is what it is. Bridget says, Lucas is like the male Candace Owens. Huh. He's only there to, Turtle Man. He's only there to insult women. Well, Lucas at this point as well. He knows he doesn't have a chance with any of them unless they're desperate. It's true.
And she does got hair in her arms. That's nasty. That's nasty. I understand him. That's a reason why I'm not.
That is so weird. I mean, see, there it is. He is literally co-signing an insult. That is what you call co-signing an insult. Is when somebody disses somebody else, in this case, a woman, because she's a woman, because who would care if a man had hair on his arms, right? So he's co-signing on something that most women have on their arms, which is hair. It might be super fine, it might be super thick, who knows? But most human beings have hair on their arms. This guy, I didn't even know Lucas was like this. Let's keep it going.
Really fond of many Latina women because they always got hair on the arms, bro. It's just like, it's nasty, it's disgusting. That's just me.
And that's a feminine trait. These men are expressing a feminine trait about women like this and saying hair on their arms, because you have a femininity issue. You do. Because other men aren't thinking like this. They're not thinking about hair on a woman's arms. It's not, I couldn't even see the hair from her arms on a high, and I have it on 720p. I should be able to see some hair. I didn't see any hair. He's literally co-signing on an insult. That's crazy to me.
But he points it out. It just is what it is. Because this one girl was like, well,
it is what it is. I'm telling you, he does this. If he would have pushed the girl down to the ground, he would have said the same thing. She deserved it. It is what it is.
I didn't have a problem with you being a personality, but it seemed like you were trying to get on all the girls. And she tries to get on him, talking about, hey, you a Ninja Turtle. You're not really, you don't make that much. You probably got a roommate at home.
Since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. The way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Yeah. And it just goes.
That was perfect. I'm going to go past that because I think I played enough of him. But I just want to show you how other men support a man. And I'm going to break it down for you right now, but we'll probably even break it down further. The man, Turtle Man, let me tell you about Turtle Man right here. He's an ex-con. He's a thief. He stole somebody's phone to put it in a woman's car he was stalking so he could track her. The phone that he used to do that, he stole from his ex-woman, okay, that had one of his kids, or was it two? That's how messy he is. And it gets worse. I'm going to save that for something else, another show. It gets worse. And that's the important thing of me showing the Lucas clip is to show you how other men in our community defend and support lowlifes like this. I mean, what is there? He stole somebody's phone, sir. Lucas, he stole somebody's phone. He stole a woman's phone after putting a couple babies in them. And you're good with that. That's not so amazing, man. That's not amazing at all. That's not amazing. For having such a cool name, Amazing Lucas, that is a cool name. But man, you're not, to me, I think you really need to work on reaching your name. I really do. Anyway, folks, I think that's enough for today. I'm gonna yeah. One more. Here we go.
We got more. Oh, the twins are
Yeah,
back.
and we sorry, we a little shy on my part.
All right. So who is talking one at a time? If both of you want to talk one at a time, at least.
See, I'm Twan.
Cute.
I'm KB. How you doing?
Oh, so you're gonna tag team?
Cute.
Yeah, tag team, WWE.
Gay.
Wait, what are you?
Nelly, you did good on this one. Okay, so basically, I wouldn't call it. It just shows you that men. It shows you a long time ago. My a former co-host Gemini, she did a show called Why are black men homo romantic? Or something like that. And you're seeing it right here. This is what she meant. This is evidence. Back in the day, if you were seeking a romantic interest, you wanted to go one-on-one with that person. You wanted to interact with that person alone on a date, over dinner or wine. But I mean, today it's coffee or whatever. But you see my point. These dudes are so much into each other that they start seeing women as just an object for pleasure, let's put it that way. And they get their emotional support from other men. Let me repeat that one more time. Modern men, since you want to say modern women, modern men that, let's say, lean towards an ideology of red pill have better romantic relationships with other men, not necessarily physical, but better romantic relationships with other men than they do with women. Yes, sir.
You guys doing? What is this? What are you guys doing?
We don't see either of you, so
yeah. Kevin Gates, put your face in the camera.
She said, Kevin Gates, put your face in the camera.
So what's up? Okay, we're gonna talk to Kevin first. Kevin, what's your real name?
Say my name, Antoine.
Antoine. Come more in the camera. Move the camera towards you. We're talking
I think we've seen enough, everybody. I hope I made my point clear. This is not how you interact with women and get a positive result. He literally, these men right here are literally codependent on each other. And don't realize that's a turnoff to a woman. Well, anybody, I'm done for today. I'm glad you came out. Let me jam some music on the way out. A couple shout outs. Here we go. All right, everybody. Shout out to everybody. Happy 4th of July. Get ready to pop the bottles. Pop those firecrackers tonight. In the house. Indiana Mom. Bridget Mouton. Mr. Newbie. Why is seeking knowledge? Everybody have a good night.